Hello again, everyone. This is Correspondence Chess Master Mike Hofer, here for an exciting new website, ChessStars.com, where you may explore the minds of grandmasters and win money predicting their moves every Saturday and Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We also feature grandmaster lectures on Thursdays at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, absolutely free. The following game illustrates how you may play a strong grandmaster in our Master Challenge every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. The Master Challenge is free to all, 20 credits for a win, 10 credits for a draw. And here we go with our new feature, the ChessStars.com Master Challenge Game of the Week between Grandmaster Yunieksky Quesada Perez and Hector Arias. This game may be one of the highlights of 20-year-old Hector's life, as things have been quite turbulent lately in Venezuela. And while I didn't want to deprive Hector of his moment, I was also reluctant to highlight a loss by Yuniesky, who I have great respect for, as he is one of the strongest grandmasters in Cuban history. He now lives in Miami, so I asked his permission before posting this. After all, it is only a blitz game. And I'll tell you what, Yuniesky is a real man. Grandmaster Quesada went up 400 rating points in my eyes by consenting for me to post this game. And he actually was extremely gracious in his reply by saying, yes, Hector played very well. I don't have problems with my defects. Yes, it is difficult to play well in blitz. So, Yuniesky opened with e4. Hector replied e5. The Hispanics are very fond of the Ruy Lopez, and so am I, as was Bobby Fischer. All normal moves. Main line, and now Bishop c5. Now, those of you who listen to my broadcast know I don't pull any punches. I've been playing these openings since I was 4 years old. And I'm going to give you my opinion for what it's worth. This is called the Molar defense. And in my opinion, theory has proven that playing Bishop c5, leading to either an Archangel or the Molar, is a terrible idea for black. I think they have better chances bailing out of the Molar and going into a martial attack or mainline Ruy Lopez. But, you know, White's been dodging that quite a bit in Grandmaster play as well because it's so dangerous. Bishop c5 is typical of the Molar, which doesn't always include b5, while the Archangel is characterized by Bishop b7 and it doesn't always include Bishop c5. The great American Grandmaster Hikaru Nakamura has had great success against the Archangel, pretty much put it into extinction, and that's one reason my friend Alexei Shirov has given it up. So I'd play Bishop e7 here, and I don't think this opening really stands up in correspondence play, but over the board, I'm shocked to see there have been an awful lot of draws, and this is also a favorite of Alexander Odischuk. So the refutation to this, anytime black plays d6 or Bishop c5 and a Ruy Lopez, c3 is Pavlov's dog, woof woof. And now, in my opinion, b5 is more accurate. Bishop c2 often gets played, but Bishop b3 is also a fine response. And let's see where we're going here. d5, d4, knight takes. And now, there's been a parting of the Red Sea here. D takes e5 is the more common move, but it leads to an awful lot of draws. D takes c5 has been the choice of Wesley, so who recently drew with the Onischuk with that move. But there's a lot of different ways to roll here. Hector bravely and dangerously accepts this Greek gift. Now, this move is almost automatic, and I don't know why. I think White may have an easier way of playing here and avoiding theory by going queen e2. Leads to very similar lines, but anything other than retreating the knight back to f6, and there could be trouble in River City. For instance, d5, White takes the pawn. The x-ray attack is very dangerous, so black would castle. Knight takes c6, pawn takes, bishop takes, and d4, and I think anybody would want to be white here. And on b5, I'm surprised nobody's ever played bishop c2. Again, d5 makes sense. d3, d4. Not really wasting a tempo here. A very comfortable game for white. And if they go knight f6, then you blast them with d4. Bishop often hides at a7. Takes. And now, turn a lot of good moves here for black. If he tries queen e7, you could even play queen d1, but rook e1 looks sufficient. Knight d5 leads to disaster. Bang. Back. Here we come. Whoa! I just jumped. How did I do that? Yeah, let's get back here. Okay, rook d1. Knight b6 falls to knight g5 and queen h5. That's an automatic attack. Knight takes f7. Here we come. It's over. And c6. Knight bd2. No problems. And the other thing they might try, and likely would, I think, is knight g4. And that is not good because of that move. Bam! Now, if he takes with a d-pawn, of course, it's curtains, hitting the queen, and checkmate in my country. If he takes with a b-pawn, same thing practically, bishop g5, which is a very strong theme in these variations, and Yuniesky did employ it in the game. f6 takes. Bam! Bam! And who wouldn't want to be white here? So, I don't know why that doesn't get played very often. Yuniesky went the normal route, though. And black is obliged to take. We have a standard position. Like I said, the bishop often goes to a7, but if you see my notes here, in correspondence, white wins. So bishop b6. By the way, ignore the correspondence ratings. They're not relevant. They have nothing to do with relevance. It takes a long time to get your rating up in correspondence. And these guys are a lot stronger than if you translated that to FIDE ratings. Now, the obvious move is d5. And white's win percentage in the database here is 78.6%. Hector has to go knight e7, bishop c2. And now, I'm very surprised black hasn't tried knight takes f2 before, but not that surprised, because ever since I've been a little schoolboy, everybody knows that trading two pieces for a knight and pawn, a knight and bishop for a rook and pawn, is kind of a beginner's trade, because all the, well, in this case, white would have to do is trade, go to the end game, and then he'll be attacking black's pawns twice with his pieces, while black has to defend only once with the rook, and he could potentially lose all his pawns. Now, in practice, that's not so easy, and there have been games, of course, where the rook and pawn wins, but, you know, right off the rip, you're living on the edge making a move like that. And in practice, we have seen f5, which was answered by knight c3, and this stuff, pretty simple for white. Knight d6. In the correspondence game, white played bishop f4. But I think rook e1's even stronger. So we're almost out of theory already on move 10. And Hector goes with knight takes f2. Well, Yuniesky's moves are obvious. All this is obvious. And now I think maybe white could have been better off right away, pinning the knight, forcing f6, a permanent structural weakness, and then backing up to d2. I don't know why anyone would want this as black, but Yuniesky brought a knight out. And I'll tell you something. I guarantee you a super strong player like Magnus Carlsen or Yuniesky is not afraid here at all. They would love to have this position 6 days a week and twice on Sundays. And maybe that's part of why Yuniesky lost this game. Now, let me point out, this is a blitz game. 3-3. Blitz games, anything can happen. But I also guarantee you, Yuniesky was not the least bit frightened here. In fact, if anything, he's probably overconfident. Maybe Hector should have gotten his bishop out first. It could have gone like this. Got rid of the white squared bishops, trying to liquidate attackers. And again, we have a standard type of position, very similar to the game. Hector castled, and now, boom! Yuniesky does play the winner-winner chicken dinner move. f6 is forced. And I'm a little bit surprised. I think Yuniesky was a little careless here. Again, it's a blitz game. I can't emphasize that enough. I'm not denigrating Grandmaster Quesada at all. But I think White's pieces would flow more harmoniously with the bishop not on the e file. That ended up being a problem later in the game. And Hector could play bishop f5, and White could avoid the bishop trade on that. Bishop g4, king g1. White's fine. I think that would have been a lot better. But I'm sure Yuniesky still felt quite comfortable. Bishop f5, knight d4, obvious. And the white squared bishops are off the board. That's a little bit advantage Hector. And now I think Yuniesky should have backed the king up and gotten him safe. You know, I've played against this opening hundreds of times. And that's one of the first things I try to do is don't give black any shots he doesn't need to get. King g1, I guess black would probably play knight g6. And then maybe queen b3 offers a little more challenges here. But again, here white is kind of only got a little slight edge, but still I think he's fine. Rook e1, rook e8, h3, g6, and now this ended up being a problem where Grandmaster Quesada was focused on occupying e6 with a knight, and it never worked out. And he did it more than once in the game. It's kind of tough to pass up in a blitz game, yet this post is not a post that you can maintain. So again, maybe another try would be queen b3, and then Hector might want to tuck his king away. Both guys tuck their king away, and we play chess. Knight e6. Now Hector had a clever move here for counterspiel with c6. That gets pretty complicated. That's hard to see in a blitz game maybe. But Hector went the direct route, saying go away. And probably Yuniesky's best option here would have been to take and just play knight e2 and go about his business. But Hector has forced Yuniesky to back up now, since he didn't trade. And now rook e5 I think would have been a little sharper, since that's where the rook's going to end up anyway. So rook e7 ended up wasting a tempo, not that it mattered a heck of a lot. Yuniesky brings the knight over to d4, great idea. Hector gets his last piece in, knight, nice, and there again, Yuniesky wants to plant something on e6 and it just doesn't work. Rook e5, well, good move by Hector. And now, this is where things started going wrong. And I think white probably should have tried knight f3. Black is in some danger here unless he finds queen f7. And now white can't take that rook, because if he does, it's curtains, man. Bishop has to back up because it's in the wrong place. However, it would not be bright for white or black to take the knight. Takes. That alleviates a lot of the pressure. The crusher here is g5. The knight's pinned, so white tries to get a share of f4, and then he could even pile up on it, and we can see what's going on here. White is delaying the inevitable, and black wins this game pretty easily. So after knight f3, queen f7, I think g4, and white looks fine to me. I think this is what Yuniesky should have done. But, you know, it's a blitz game. He played an impulsive blitz move, looks good in a blitz game. And Hector has no problem with that. And now, Hector blew a winning chance here. He could have played queen c6. And if white tries to avoid it, there's big problems with the rook coming over, rook takes b2, king g3. So that would pretty much compel white to trade, and that is very beneficial for black here. Get the wood off the board, play g5 and c5, get the pawns rolling, and there the rook and two pawns are looking pretty darn good. In fact, black should win that. But Hector played queen c7, and you know, it's hard to blame him. He's playing a grandmaster. He's playing pretty cautiously here after playing a living on the edge opening. And now Yuniesky played bishop d4, another blitz move. It's kind of too ambitious. Hitting the rook looks natural, But the threat of g5 is a serious problem. So again, this bishop that's on the e file, probably better in d2. And I think the best move might have been to just play h4, g5, back up, takes, queen d7, and black probably has a slight edge here. But when he played bishop d4, of course, Hector's move is obvious. And then the tempo shot, bam! Get back, honky cat. And the bishop only has one square. And now Hector went all ham in on like a faux nose arc trap that just shouldn't have worked. Hector should have kicked the knight. And now there's a real problem here figuring out where that knight belongs. Knight h5 may be best. I don't know why I have that as box. Maybe it is box. Queen takes. And now if you go to the right, rook f8, x-ray, queen f2, rook f7, and if you go to the left, again, rook f8, and black's got the edge. But he played b5, and now Yuniesky could have bailed on this thing with queen f5, b4, bishop d2, queen c6, and this is looking fairly equal to me. But b3, that doesn't help anything. Actually, it encourages black to go ahead and win the game. Bishop d2 falls to g5, knight back, queen takes e6, and Yuniesky went back to b2 because that's why he played b3. And now again, Hector could have pulled the trigger with g5 and taken the pawn, but now he wants to play queen c6. It was a great move 5 moves ago, and now he actually may have let white off the hook. But Yuniesky, I guess, missed the danger here and overrated the power of a temporary x-ray that is easily dealt with. Again, h4 probably should have been tried, and I guess Hector would roll the pawns, and this is pretty complicated. Looks drawish to me, or maybe the better player or the luckier player will prevail. But Hector played queen c6 and Yuniesky played queen c4. It's not hard to see d5 is really strong. And then Yuniesky had to try to take with the lower value piece. Just give up the e-pawn, and king h8, black's cruising here, but he's really cruising. And white's cruising for a bruising taken with the queen. Queens come off the board, rook takes, and believe it or not, it actually matters which way Yuniesky goes here. King f1 might have been a little safer, but he went king here, rook d6, box, and winning move. Wow, where does the knight go? Well, you move it back to e3, and you lose the bishop to rook d2 check. So if you try to take a pawn for your trouble, that's an easy win, because pawns are on both sides of the board. And when you're up the exchange, you got to keep pawns on both sides of the board to win, and I'm sure Hector would win that. And a knight takes b4, c takes, king. All this is pretty academic. And very, very, fairly easy win for black here. How the heck are you going to stop that? You can't. So it's a fantastic game by Hector. He took a lot of chances. He got a little bit lucky. Yuniesky, I give him mad credit for allowing us to post this. And he's a very, very intriguing player. It's fun to watch his games. The guy has no fear. He's a great player. So, again, don't forget, we have the Master Challenge on ChessStars Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern. It's free for everyone. Your chance to play a strong chess master or grandmaster. And you also, if you win, you get 20 credits. And if you draw, you get 10. So, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video.